Hi, my name is Andrew, and before I jump into the content that I have for you, I want to just give a little bit of background on myself. So, I'm a U.S. Marine veteran. I got out of the Marine Corps in 2020. Something that I saw happening around that time was a lot of small businesses were being hurt as a result of COVID lockdowns, stay-at-home orders, and all the craziness that was happening at that time. That wasn't something that sat well with me at all because I believe that small businesses are the backbone of America. And so I started my company, Sovereign SEO, with the objective to connect small businesses with more customers so that you guys can help more people and achieve the growth and success that you want. So, with that in mind, I want to show you guys how you can do that using your online presence, using your website. And to start off, I want to show you some metrics. So this is a tool I use called Ahrefs. Among some other things, it allows me to take a look at how many people are searching for what words online every month. Roofing Companies Tucson gets searched 1,000 times per month on average. Roof Repair Tucson, 500. These are all similar keywords that indicate that people are searching for roofing or roofing companies in Tucson. And they're all searched hundreds of times per month. So, as you can see, there are thousands of people searching for the services that you guys offer every month around Tucson. And so I'm sure you can understand what this could mean for your company to capture even a small portion of that traffic on your website every month. If you were to capture even 100 views, that would translate probably into 5 to 10 people calling you guys every month from your website. And I know when it comes to roofing, even one more job every month is impactful because I know roofing jobs are an enormous amount of work, so they're worth a lot of money. Excuse me. So, with that in mind, if you have 5 to 10 new people calling you every month, depending on your close rate, you're probably looking at 2 to 5 new customers a month, and that's just assuming that you only capture the traffic of 100 people, which I think is very conservative, given that all these keywords together total 12,000 searches. So I hope you can see the value there, and I want to give you some tips on how you can actually capture some more of that traffic. So with that in mind, the first thing I want to talk about is the content on your website. So the first thing that's important when it comes to doing this is using these keywords that we just looked at over here in your content. So something that can be helpful here is to just add more paragraphs of text. The reason that it's important to do that is because if I'm going on Google and I search Roofing Companies Tucson, what's going to happen is Google's algorithm basically crawls sites to figure out what those sites are about. So if you have this text on your page, it's going to be very easy for Google to see that you are a relevant site and should be on the results list for that search. So just to give you an idea of what this looks like in practice, I went over here, searched for Roofing Companies Tucson. This is the same keyword that we were just talking about that gets searched 1,000 times a month. And we scroll down here, and the first competitor of yours who's on the list, we're ignoring these because these are directories, Angie and Addicts and more, they're not roofing companies. So the first roofing competitor of yours on the list is Blue Mountain Roofing. If we look at their website, front and center, roofing company in Tucson is E. Roofing company in Tucson, Tucson Roofing, Roofing Tucson. I'm sure there's more in here, but I'm not coming through the text exactly. So as you can see, these guys are putting that tip into practice. They have keywords all throughout their content, and so Google's able to tell this is a relevant site to this search that I just made. The second half of this equation is something called backlinks. All a backlink is somewhere that your site is mentioned online on another site. So you guys currently have 172 backlinks coming from 84 different websites. Just for a reference point, the same company here, Blue Mountain Roofing, this is their backlink profile. 3,500 backlinks off of almost 300 different websites. And the reason that this is important is because the first tip I gave you, content, basically tells Google what you want to be found for, but backlinks tell Google that your site is reputable. So having more backlinks and making sure that they're good quality backlinks is very important, because that's what gets you onto page 1. You can be listed for a search term but be back on page 7 and nobody will ever find your website. But if you have good backlinks and you have enough of them to get your page ranked on your site ranked on page 1, for keywords like this that get searched 1,000 times a month, if you're Blue Mountain here and you're up in the top list here for this keyword, I would guesstimate these guys are probably getting about 300 searches per month just from this keyword alone. We can actually look at their site over here. They're getting about 981 total traffic per month. So you can imagine the amount of customers they're gaining through that. You guys are getting about 12 visits to your site each month. So if you're not seeing a lot of business from your website, that would be why. Those two tips I think would be extremely impactful for you guys, because it's gonna get you in the rankings for keywords like this, and the second keyword will get you higher, the second tip, backlinks, will get you higher in the rankings for those keywords. The third and final tip I have for you guys has to do with this right here. This is called the map pack. You'll notice the Blue Mountain Roofing is not in the top 3 in the map pack. That's because these down here, like we just talked about, are dictated by backlinks primarily. These up here have another factor at play, which is something called citations. And a citation it's really simple. It's just where your business name, address, and phone number are listed together online. So if you, my tip here is, if you go out and look at your top 3 competitors and find the directories that they're cited in, and then get citations for your business in those same directories, and you do that for all 3, you're going to have more citations than any of the top 3. And so you will see that can be really effective in moving you up, hopefully getting you into these top 3. And this is a great place to be too, because it's front and center. We know a lot of people use this when they're looking for companies too. A lot of people will go to your website through here rather than scrolling down here, or they'll just call you directly with your phone number here. So this is an awesome place to be. That third tip will help a lot with that. So to go back and summarize, my first 2 tips have to do with how you guys can rank highly down here in the organic rankings. The first one is to get some more keyword-rich content using these keywords, getting more keyword-rich content onto your website. My second tip is getting more backlinks so that Google sees your site as a reputable authority on the subject, and you can be here on page 1. And my third tip is to get some more citations so that you can rank highly here in the map pack. I hope this info is helpful for you guys. I would absolutely love to hear back from you with any questions, or if there's anything that I can do to help you guys with this. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for your time watching this, and I look forward to talking to you soon.